So if you clicked on this video, you are probably resonating with one or more of the following statements. I'm not living up to my potential. I feel wounded, hurt, shamed, and entangled in the toxicity of others. So much so that I feel depleted and blocked from my own creativity and zest for life. I feel that the external world is a bigger obstacle than I am to myself. I feel far too depleted to really go after my dreams. I feel overwhelmed by life's challenges, far too much to even think about expansion or what I really desire in this life. So maybe some of those things resonate. I'm making this video because I've been stuck playing small for a few months now, and there's a lot of reasons for that. There's been a lot of big shifts in my own life, particularly stepping into fatherhood, buying an apartment, and really just a lot of turmoil in my family system that has made me retreat into smallness and really doubt that I could live out my life purpose. There's a lot of people pleasing going on, a lot of parts that feel very hurt and shamed and even betrayed. And this caused me to retreat a little bit, which is why I'm making this video, so that you can learn from my suffering. And I really want to share just a couple reframes, a couple things that helped me. I have nothing to sell here. There's no course or ebook or anything like that. Just me sharing what's present and wanting to help raise the collective. I'm deeply acute of the collective suffering, attuned to a lot of the pain that's been circulating lately. I could feel it in every cell in my body, like a weight on top of all the things that I'm experiencing. And I want all of us to rise above. And the reason for that is because one insight that I've derived recently is that, especially for us empaths, people on the spiritual path, highly sensitive people, is that people of light need to manage people of darkness. And this may seem sort of obvious, but typically people of light are scared, retreated, wounded, in process, integrating, doing all the things that we do on our healing journeys, but we're not really out in the world being in command, being in our power as much as we really should be. And in this new age that's coming about, because there is a radical shift in consciousness that's taking place, this must change. So there's this one quote. I don't know who to attribute it to actually, but I am going to read it because I don't remember all of it, and it really resonates with me. So here we go. Your new life is going to cost you your old one. It's going to cost you your comfort zone and your sense of direction. It's going to cost you being liked and understood. But the people that are meant for you will meet you on the other side. Instead of being liked, you'll be loved. You'll be everything you're supposed to be and leave the old you behind. This really resonates for me, especially as someone who has kind of found some comfort in the familiar, in my current life, in my smallness, so to speak, in people pleasing, in keeping other people in a peaceful, harmonious state at my own expense, self-abandoning as a survival mechanism. So this is this may be relatable, it may not be, but this is just my experience of being stuck in my smallness. And why do we do this? There's certainly a survival agenda for these parts of ourselves, and they served us very well at particular times of our life where we were disempowered, we didn't feel safe. Maybe it's because we're afraid of our own judgment, we're afraid of the judgment of others. When you're stuck in your smallness, you're waiting, right? And Eckhart Tolle actually talks about abandoning waiting as a state of mind. And to me, what comes up is this idea that yonder, in some future place, there exists a world where life's obligations are suddenly gone, where people stop judging us, where we suddenly have self-confidence and self-belief, self-efficacy to actually believe and go after the things that we want, where we are suddenly enough, where we awaken from the trance of unworthiness. And that place doesn't exist, or at least I haven't found it. So what are you waiting for? Is it a particular time? Are you waiting for things? Are you waiting for other people to change? That's a big mistake that I made, was expecting other people to change, and them changing gives you permission to be you. That's almost never going to happen. Really, this game of life is about upgrading yourself. And through your frequency, those that are receptive will also be touched and upgraded. But some people are only going to this level. That's all they've got in this lifetime. They're not going further. And nothing you do could ever change that. Unfortunately, some of those people may be close to you. They may be your spouse or partner. They may be your family members. A lot of times, the most toxicity, the most pain is inflicted from people that ostensibly love you or that you share chromosomes with. It's an unfortunate truth, but that it is what it is. So one of the other reframes for me is, how is this suffering inviting me to go deeper into my spiritual path or to expand in a deeper way? Unfortunately, life is not meant to make you happy. It's meant to make you conscious. And as a result, when you look at it from that frame, we view life's challenges, the things that are trying to keep you small, the things that are making it challenging for you to show up. These are actually invitations for you to expand. In my case, with the challenges within my family, within myself, as I was stepping into the role of father, and as I was, getting acclimated to these roles, I was being invited to go deeper into forgiveness. And when I say forgiveness, I'm really not suggesting that the other people deserve to be forgiven, really. What I'm actually saying is that I deserve to live in peace by forgiving them, which is a really notable distinction. It doesn't mean I approve, or that I don't advocate for my needs, or that I'm a doormat. What it does mean is that it doesn't dominate or drain my life force anymore. And I'm able to see that these people, even though it looks like they're giving me their worst, they're actually giving me their best, because they are so unconscious that they think that this is an appropriate way of being. And that's a very sad reality for myself, but really more for them, that this is how they choose to show up in life, and that they're really not going to go much further beyond this way of being. So that was one of the big moments, is really tapping into forgiveness. For me, one thing that was very helpful was psychedelic medicine, to really to journey and go deep into this forgiveness, this frequency of forgiveness, which is one of the most powerful things you can experience, I feel, because it's just so heart-opening, which can feel very scary as an empath or highly sensitive person, to open your heart so widely, to be so expanded and so vulnerable at the same time. So that's one important reframe, which is, how is this challenge that's trying to keep me small inviting me to expand, to develop, to become bigger? Okay. The next thing that I always ask myself, especially on these journeys, you get things thrown at you, is have you accepted the call to adventure? This is a very kind of Joseph Campbell-y type of thing, the hero's journey. But are you expecting the extraordinary in your familiar and ordinary life? Have you actually invited yourself to step into uncertainty, into adventure? What that means, it means something different for everybody. It could be expanding your social network. It might be stepping away from your community, whether that be your family, your church, your hometown. That might be necessary for a period of time. It could be, I don't know, posting a video on YouTube, whatever it happens to be for you. But have you accepted the call to adventure, the call to greatness, to really show up as the fullest version of you? And many times the answer is no, if you are playing small. If you're stuck playing small, you haven't accepted the call to adventure. You've really kind of remained in familiarity. That's really remained in safety. So stepping into this call to adventure can be deeply scary. And one quote from, I believe, The Alchemist comes to mind, which is, "The possibility of a dream coming true makes life interesting." So instead of thinking about all the ways you can fail, just the thought, the possibility that there's something different for you on the other side can just make it so much more exciting. Instead of being anxiety-inducing, it can be exciting. So what are some things that you could do, some reframes, some things that you could address in order to get out of being stuck in this smallness, really showing up? And a lot of it's not going to happen overnight. It's really just a couple key mindset shifts. And you're going to fall back into this all the time, because your journey is always going to ask more and more of you, whether you're a business owner, whether you're raising a couple of children, whatever it happens to be. You're going to be invited to be more. And so the first thing is, where are you being a victim? Identify where you are being a victim, because you definitely are being a victim. I was a victim. I still am a victim in other areas of my life. And a victim is defined as believing that the external world is a bigger obstacle than you are to yourself. So asking, where do you believe that the external world is blocking you in life? And there may be some very real circumstances, whether it's regulatory, lawsuits, all sorts of stuff. But you have the choice or the autonomy over your state of consciousness, not any external circumstance. So that's really one important shift, is making the shift from victim mindset to creator mindset. You are the creator of your life. And once you start to only focus on those things that you can control, life takes on a really deep and wonderful dimension. What this meant for me is to stop trying to change other people, to let them be as they are, and really just focus on myself and my own state of consciousness and being as loving and godlike as possible. The next thing is to adopt a growth mindset. And what this means, especially if you're more on the highly sensitive side, perfectionistic, we've been heavily conditioned into the trance of unworthiness, where everything is about labels, being good, bad, athletic, strong, etc., and less about enjoying the path to mastery. Really focusing on the effort. Are you bringing 100% of your effort to these endeavors? 100% of your heart, 100% of you, right? And I'll make some future videos on growth mindset. I think this is a really powerful topic, and one that is really about unlearning everything that we learned as children, because most of us we had these label mindsets, not about growth mindset. You were called, smart or athletic or, whatever it happens to be in these labels, and we always fight to maintain these labels. And this is, actually become a detriment to our society. And it's actually hurtful to our performance. So really shifting out of this mindset is going to be very key. The next thing is simplifying your life. A lot of times we are procrastinating or avoiding feeling things and doing things because we have so much clutter in our life. You may be obsessive about, I don't know, decorating your home. It might be about are you at inbox zero, whatever it happens to be. And simplifying your life, really focusing on the key things, really allows you to deal with the discomfort, the self-judgment of all that. And so here the key is to really identify a couple activities that are going to move the needle for you and saying no to the rest. A lot of this is, let's say it's let's say you have a body transformation goal. So you want to lose weight, you want to change your body composition. You may focus on, instead of trying to have dozens of apps and YouTube playlists for different workouts, or trying to find the perfect workout, simply choosing one 30-minute workout and doing that 5 days a week for 1 month, just to start. Could be 30-minute yoga flow, strength training, HIIT, whatever it happens to be. You just do 1 to 2 things. Let's say 2. Alternate between those 2, and that's it. If you want to, start promoting your business online, you choose one social media platform and you focus on that one. Yes, you're gonna need to be on maybe the others in the future. There's some opportunity costs, but really mastering one and honing that craft, not spreading yourself thin, and really being with that process and that growth, just simplifying life. And this allows you to find more joy, more growth mindset, less busyness, and more beingness as you move through these goals. And this is going to help you kind of get out of the rut, because a lot of times we get bursts of energy when we're stuck in smallness, and then we burn out, crash, and then judge ourselves, think we're so we're not good at anything and we're bad humans, and therefore go back into smallness. And it really about this small consistent action, but really about showing up in your bigness. So I hope you got some value out of this share. I hope you feel motivated and inspired to step into your fullness, to really be out in the world and share your gifts. Once again, my intention here is that somebody suffers a little less than I did, doesn't spend months being stuck in smallness, and instead really taps into these key mindset shifts and really starts to say yes to the call to adventure, stop waiting, and show up to be the person that you are meant to be. If you want to continue with me on this journey, go ahead and like and subscribe. Otherwise, much love to you. I am with you in spirit, and hopefully you're with me. Much love to you all. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you move through this life with ease. I'll see you soon. Bye.